Hi, my name is Professor Larry Flick, and I'll be bringing you Small Business Management Online for the spring semester 2017. I wanted to introduce myself and briefly discuss the highlights of the course. Let's take a look at our Blackboard class site. Okay, starting with announcements. Each time you enter our Blackboard class site, you will land on the announcements page here. Initially, once you read what is there, please go to the Getting Started link in the menu or at the bottom. There you will be given more information about how to get started. Now, let's take a look at book options, the second one down. The book we will be using is Small Business Management, 18th edition, by Longenecker, Petty, Palach, and Hoy, published by Cengage Learning. We'll be using an electronic version called MindTap. One of the first things you should do is purchase the textbook. You can do it in one of two ways, through the TRCC bookstore or through a link provided here. If you do it through the bookstore, you will get a loose leaf 3-punched book for next to nothing. I think it'll cost an extra $25, and it'll be well worth it. So I recommend doing it through the TRCC bookstore. Then I wanted to next show you what's behind the link MindTap. Let's click on that link. Here you'll see a whole bunch of things. At the very top, it'll take you directly to the book, and then below there are chapter videos, chapter 1 through 23, and there's a quiz that goes along with each of the videos that will be required. But we'll look at that later. Let's start by taking a look at the Small Business Management Online book. It'll take just a moment to come in. Be patient here. It's on its way. Okay. Now here's the book. It's interesting. Right up at the top, if you don't see anything on the page, press the home button on the top and you'll get an index. Starting with part 1, there's 5 parts to the book. If you click on part 1, then let's take a look at chapter 1 in part 1. And let's open up the study tools. So here's the whole book. Okay, the chapter 1, we'll click on this in a moment. Here's the video that are listed separately, and you can use, you can click here and do the video, or you can click on the MindLink page in Blackboard and do the video. Here's flashcards for your study purposes. Here are lecture slides. They would be the PowerPoint slides. Want you to use that for studying for exams and the like. And then here are practice quizzes. There are 2 of them. And I think there's about 10 questions per quiz. They come directly out of the question bank that will be used for your actual exams. And you can take the quizzes as many times as you like. They will not count towards your grade, so they are purely for study and practice purposes. Okay, so that being said, let's go right up to the textbook. Now I wanted to, if you wanted to go to the beginning, you can click that link right there, and then let's look at chapter introduction to start with. Okay, and you turn pages just by clicking on the arrows to the right or the left. And one of the nice things is if you want to let's say highlight something. I had highlighted this. I might highlight it in a different color. You can highlight that and you can come back to it over here under your notes and so forth. These are various different tools that you can use on the right. You can also, what's kind of interesting is you can activate the voice and it will read to you. After studying chapter introduction and so forth. So that's kind of interesting. You can also choose the size of the font. You can print pages as you choose. So, just turning the pages, I think it's well presented, and I think you'll like it. Okay, I think that's enough for the introduction to MindTapped. We'll go on to the next most important thing. The next most important thing to do is get into our Blackboard class site. To get into the site, go to my.comnet.edu. You will need a user ID and password. If you don't have one, please call our registrar's office as soon as possible at 860-215-9064. When you get into our Blackboard class site, please take your time to get acquainted with everything there. It's really important to understand what is on the site and how to navigate around. I hope this brief introduction will be helpful. Please remember that the most important thing to be successful in this class is good communications. If you need help with Blackboard, the syllabus, class schedule, or anything else, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you and best of luck.